Oven's ready. Put your pizza rolls in.
I couldn't figure that thing out. Technology. It scares me.
I'm not used to looking at clocks that count up. This is going to distract me.
It's not a clock, it's a timer.
Then what is a timer?
A guy who stands at the end of the race.
It looks for what? The word you're looking for is smoke. The guy who's timing looks for the smoke, not the sound, because the smoke is immediate and the sound, for those timed races back when it's like, oh my God. Every once in a while you see in the track on the Star Tribune honor roll, some guy ran like an 8-second 100, and it's like hand timed, right?
It was just volunteers.
There's a lot of faith in those volunteers, though. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
My goodness. But the only one who you knew won had the little string burn.
On his neck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know about that.
Someday. After everyone finished, they would put it back up for people like you finishing dead last. So you could
string it. Hey, all the people are clapping for me because they know they get to leave after. I mean, that kid, when I was real little, there was one time when they were setting up like hurdles or something, and I'm still running. My dad's like, hey, keep laying one open. That was woefully slow. But I was going to say something about our guy Roy, our past guest Roy, our neighbor. He had a great Facebook post. He goes, I took first, and then in parentheses, and also last in my age division. I look forward to finding one of those races. Maybe I'll do my own race. I'll call it the Boston Marathon, but I'll spell Boston weird or Marathon weird, and then I'll be the champion. You think you're going to cut that out? I think, yeah, for the best of tape, clearly. All right, Mark, it's been 2 weeks, man. We're on our new schedule. Is this our first? I think it is, since my landlord laid down the law and said every week is not working anymore. So I feel like I'm out of the rhythm, and the rhythm was not helping us. So this is good. We'll see, I guess, right? You know what I mean? You kind of get into the whole.
Yeah, we do.
It's like, oh, Friday, and I work still, so it's like, oh, got to wrap up my week. Got to, I don't know what you do during the week. I know
absolutely nothing.
You edit the podcast, and then you golf a lot, and you, I don't know. Diane always seems like she's in a good mood, so whatever. It's probably some of that.
Because I'm out golfing.
Okay, where's the half hour? Okay, well, that's 5 days.
Half hour?
Combined. Who the hell are we again? I forgot the name of the podcast. It's been so long.
So has everyone else.
We got a whole new batch of listeners.
We did.
Maybe we do. We're the Ascertainers, by the way. We are the biggest podcast on my block, I think. I don't know. I have a big block.
Was this like a Roy?
We are the best and also the worst on our block. I don't know. You don't know who else has a podcast? If they promote it half as well as us, we'll never know. Wait till you see the Pontiac Cool Guy Club magazine, and there's another podcast in it. God damn it! So we had a big spike in listeners, and I was getting ready to tell Mark I thought I knew why. So I'm going to, by the way, that's Mark. You want to say hi, Mark?
Hello, everyone.
So that's Mark, and I'm Jim. Anyway, I was at JL Beers, a competitor of Newt, sure, but they're right next to Costco in Burnsville, and that's where I went before I went to Costco to get this summon the courage to buy stuff in bulk. But we're sitting next to this guy and his son, and we were kind of minding our own business, doing our thing, and then he made a comment. And he goes, man, you seem like a really positive guy. And I'm just like, I go, mind your business, dickhole. No, sorry, I said dickhole, but I'm like, oh wow, that's a huge compliment. Wow, I go, and to you too, and so we wound up talking and everything else, and I like got to the end. I'm like, you know what, this seems like the kind of guy that would listen to the podcast. So I told him about it, and I saw him looking up on his phone and stuff. And then it seemed like right away we got this big spike in listeners. And I thought, oh, this guy, a lot of free time or something. Name's Eric, by the way. Eric from JL Beers. If you're still listening, hey, what's going on? Send us an email at TheAscertainers@gmail.com, and maybe we can get you on the air because you seem like a pretty chill dude. But I'm getting ready to tell Mark, I know why our listens went up. And Mark said, what?
There's a spike of 38 downloads from Singapore.
I don't think this guy's from Singapore. I mean, that's a hell of a commute. But,
Maybe he has relatives over there.
don't judge. There's so many directions that all of them bad to take that. But anyway, well, I don't care if the guy's from Singapore or not. See, that sounds bad. Just so I say it like that. I think he's from Burnsville, actually. Eric,
That's not in Singapore.
get a map, buddy. You don't know that. It's just that it goes up and down. Yeah, but it's still Burnsville, no matter how you slice it or stack it in this case. So anyway, but no, so you think we're big in the Singapore market?
I do.
You ever had a Singapore sling?
I haven't.
I don't wonder what's in it.
I don't know.
What does a sling have to do with a drink? Or is it just a catchy term, you think?
Well, the drink is so heavy that you put your arm in a sling to hold it.
I could see that happening. Like that one big drink, Wanderer's Punch at the Nankin. You ever go to the Nankin?
I haven't.
I don't think you say it like that. I think it was a restaurant on the Nicollet Mall back when that was a thing.
Nanking?
Yeah, and it was that was the name of the restaurant. Anyway, they had something called the Wanderer's Punch or Traveler's Punch or something like that. And apparently it was just like a Long Island iced tea, but less pop. So it was you drank one of those and you were stumbling. So.
Well, we were at Newt's tonight, and MJ was there, and she said, look up Cutwater.
Did you look it up?
I haven't looked it up yet. It's CUT water.
Thank you. The power of enunciation. That's for you, Jake. Anyhow, go Cutwater. All right. Wow. That is aggressive, my man. Woo. Woo. Okay.
Oh.
You should see my shoes. All right. I'm going to look up Cutwater then. Cutwater flavors. Looks like they have a bunch of flavors. Oh, it's a canned thing.
Same size as a 12-ounce beer. No
way it can be that. I got to enter my birthday. Jeez, big brother.
Got carded on your phone.
Yeah, it must be. I'm going to accept all cookies. I love cookies. What did it say on the can? How many? Just 12.5%. So compared to a beer, she made it sound like you just walk by one and you're going to get in trouble. But 12.5% in a can.
That's like a barley wine, a strong barley wine.
Nothing tastes worse than barley wine.
The first couple. But you get to the fourth.
Yeah, well,
you're fine.
You've lost so much. You've lost, starting with integrity and
wow,
integrity. Anyway, I guess I had high hopes for barley wine because I like beer and I like a lot of alcohol. I like beer and I like getting drunk. And Sierra Nevada had one. It was called Bigfoot something or other, and it was a barley wine, and it tasted like port. It tasted like sherry. It didn't taste like beer anymore. So quit calling it beer. Call it wine, barley wine. Duh. Well, don't put it in a beer can then. Put it in a goddamn wine bottle. Also, Sam Adams had a thing. Sorry. You like that? Was that like a hiccup?
Just the yelling at people the way they market.
That was a real hiccup too, by the way. That wasn't AI.
Don't put it in a beer can. Put it in a wine bottle, damn it.
Yeah. You're going to fake out the beer drinkers. Next thing you know, you got a Cracker Barrel situation on your hands. We talk about that. I'll give you my opinion on that since you didn't ask. Cracker Barrel got, what's that they say? No publicity is bad publicity?
Correct.
Cracker Barrel got so much free advertising out of that. So maybe they're stupid like a fox. It's actually crazy like a fox, but you know what I mean?
I do.
That's how I'd spin it if I was the idiot that did that.
They've been losing money for the past 5 years. They needed to do something. There's only one left in the Minneapolis area, and it's in our...
There was only ever 3, so...
Are you a fan of Cracker Barrel?
I've been. I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I don't go there on purpose. The part of they were going to change the sign, and we're going to take away the only fun thing there, which was that stupid fucking triangle game with the golf tees. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Like that apparently was offending diners or something. That was, if I went there, I don't give a shit what the sign looks like. If they took away the fun thing to do, I'd walk out. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't. Get my eggs and go. It's breakfast.
In my opinion, the painting of the walls white would be a good thing because it was so dark and dingy, cobwebs on everything. It was just It was depressing sometimes going in there.
I would have called it crack, new word, or, and then barrel. So you get your choice. You get a mixed audience coming in there. You can buy some crack. You can get a barrel. It would be a Cooper shop. Cooper. No, fuck, they make tires. Who makes barrels? Or is that Cooper's? Sorry, I swore. I'm working on that. What do you call a barrel maker? I'm pretty sure it's a Cooper. We call a tire maker. It'd also be a Cooper.
What do you call a doctor? I think
I
a
know
Cooper.
you call a shoemaker. Willie. That's good. A shoemaker is a cobbler. Also a tasty dessert, often served in TV dinners. Have you ever had a cobbler outside of a Swanson TV dinner? Oh, sorry. I'll tell you what those are. That's what the rich kids ate.
I've never had a TV dinner.
Maker called. You're not missing out. I can tell you that. I'd love to be. It's a Cooper. Yes, a barrel maker's a Cooper. I'd love to be on the team, the development team at Swanson, who's making these frozen dinners, because there was one instruction. You like uncover everything, I think, except the cobbler, or the other way around. They had this like foil thing and you had to cut around. It was like you needed a lot of.
Oh, you actually cut it. You didn't peel it back, or
maybe there was peeling back involved.
Or it was wrapped around it and you unwrap the top.
You're doing it like a sardine tin. It's not like that.
Reach underneath and roll the top
Mark,
up.
Knuckles up, Mark. Knuckles up. When you reach underneath, always have your knuckles up. I don't want to see any of that. There's no errors and omissions because we just had the neighbor kids on for the last 2 episodes. And by the way, Jack and Jake, well done.
That was fun.
Clap to you guys. I hope you enjoy it. Mark is fatigued from editing. Apparently, there was a whole lot of last names and
a spirited conversation where everyone was talking at once.
Yes, I hate when that happens. That's my move. Anyway, yeah, that was fun. I'm glad they came on. I hate talking about it and then not executing. And speaking of which, in 2 weeks we have a surprise. Well, I guess it'll be 2 weeks from when you hear this probably. A surprise that might not happen, so I'm not going to tease it any further. But it would be a real special episode. Let's say that, because if it comes through, I think there's a lot of things that could go wrong to prevent it from happening. But if it does happen, it'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of weird though. Be kind of breaking the fourth wall.
If you get wind that he called me and said, "I'd like to do it, but without Jim."
Without Jim, yeah. I don't understand. Get that happens a lot. I bless it, man.
You could drive the golf cart.
Just drop you guys off.
Yeah.
Playing 9 or 18. When should I come back?
Go look for golf balls in the woods.
God damn. So specific. All right. I have a couple things. You said you had a couple things. Why don't you start? Because, or do you want to talk about what MJ wanted us? Because you brought MJ up. We brought Newt's up, our signature sponsor. I used a Newt's gift card tonight to pay that I had already used. And I guess I forgot it was a $100 gift card. I got sorry. I had a frog in my throat. Do I sound better? I'm drinking bourbon.
Is that what you name it now?
A frog? Frog, yeah. Big old throbbing frog. It's an acronym, okay? Anyway, so don't. So anyway, I paid with the gift card. Where I'm going with this is that around the holidays, which are right around the corner, because we're almost into September, and a couple of my leaves have started to go autumnal on us, so it won't be long. Next thing you know,
go so fast.
It's jingle bells, jingle all the way. And Newt's has a great gift card special at the end of the year where you buy one for $100, you get a $25 like bonus card, which you have to use by like end of March still. But so I used the thing tonight. I'm like, I don't think I have enough to cover. I don't think it's going to cover much. We get the bill back. We had $2.13 left to cover. So that's a fun little surprise and treat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the card only had.
No, it had everything except $2.13.
Oh, I thought it was $2.13.
And then I
left on the card. Yeah.
Oh, I hope. I mean, we just walked out. I mean, I just signed it and left. I'm assuming that. I'm pretty sure it was right.
Okay.
Banned from Newt's. Well, what about that free beer? Anyway, so if you're in Apple Valley, south of the river, anywhere, if you're at the state fair, food there is okay, but I would then leave and go to Newt's in Apple Valley. Get some real good grub. I'm kidding. I don't know I'm going to the fair tomorrow, I think. I'm not saying it's against my will, but I'm just saying it's about keeping the peace, Mark. So maybe we can compare notes. Are you going tomorrow?
Don't know yet.
Well, we could go at the same time, but we don't have to hang out the whole time. We could just carpool. Then we'd have our own experiences, because I know you like going and staring at those sheep's balls most of the day.
Is that a drink?
Depends on who's looking. You go to mostly the Miracle of Birth
No.
barn. Is that like a barn where they have, what do they do? Just baby animals, or are they actually pumping them out?
So I took a vacation to South Dakota, Rapid City. It was in the winter, but Rapid City gets to 50 degrees in the winter, and then it'll snow sometimes. So I went out for a run, and I'm running by this farm, and there's a cow laying on its side next to the road, behind the fence. It looks like its guts are falling out. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's dying. Kept on running, and when I came back, it had given birth. The calf was already on its feet, walking with the mother.
They don't get like 6 weeks,
No.
family farm leave act or whatever.
Oh, they don't.
They have to get up and start walking because of on account of the wolves and such, the predators.
It's a gross experience. The Miracle of Birth is gross. We're out there with the cigars in the waiting room. Like it should be.
You're killing me. Ew! Oh, no. Is that mine? Ew, wipe it off. Yes, it looked like their guts were falling out because their guts were falling out. Worse than the guts falling out. I'm glad that you were born a boy for a few reasons, but specifically because I don't think you'd be good on the whole keeping the species alive. If you had to bear children, bear children, those are cubs. I don't know where I'm going either. All I know is I don't want to go to the Miracle of Birth thing anymore, just in case that happens.
No, but I want to go to the space exhibit on the northern end.
You gonna bring a compass? Do you know where you are? Like, that's
know.
west of here.
I know Dan Patch.
Oh, because you grew up around there, right?
I did.
How far from the fair was your childhood home? Like 5 miles? More than that?
A little bit more than 5 miles.
Wow. So you'd ride your bike to the fair?
Well, I could, but I never did. I caddied right next to the fair, pretty close. You had Midland Hills, then you had the University Golf Course, and then you had the fair.
Well, I haven't been to the fair in, I think it's, 12 years. No, it can't be. That's got to be more than that. It was 2010. So 15 years. I went there with Big Al, who had just had his permit. He almost got his license, but then the state shut down and he failed his license test. And then it was like, I'll just take it tomorrow. And it's like, So he was stunted there. He got a little more bike riding in. But anyway, I saw a band I like there. That's the reason I went, was to go see a band. A power trio from Canada.
Oh, you went to the grandstand.
ZZ Top. Yeah, I did.
Great.
And got seats on the patio. If you get a chance, I think they call it the patio. It's the platform between the whatever lower level and the grandstand. A lot of handicap action there because it's a perfect place, right? Because it's nice and flat and everything else. But you can they have seats there too for sale. And somehow I got hooked up with those. And it's a real thing, man. So I think Billy Johnson might be playing out there tomorrow. So I'm going to go try to see him. He's a guy that played Pan of Prague, the festival I'm involved in.
Do you know what stage?
I don't. I might be the Leinenkugels one, though. I think the Scarlet Goodbye might be playing out there. I think Soul Asylum might be playing out there. There's a lot of...
Soul Asylum's playing the grandstand.
No, they aren't.
Really?
No. I would see him at the grandstand, and I'm not seeing him at the grandstand, so...
Do you know the racing at the grandstand area went to 2002? They used to do car races there.
Well, it's interesting you should say, because I remember seeing Huey Lewis in the News at the grandstand. So the grandstand is no longer... I mean, that's obviously they built a new thing, right? Because now it's just a big stage. There's no way you could do races in that.
The grandstand's the same, the actual building.
Oh, they changed
the field is different.
There it is. Okay. I heard that Cypress Hill played there, and the aroma coming from that grandstand was apparently unbelievable. Well, I heard you can just walk around anywhere in the fair and you're going to walk into a cloud, but it was allegedly like dangerously high amount of secondhand smoke in the air. So
I've been to a few concerts at the zoo that were the same way.
I mean, now that it's legal, is it even fun anymore? Now that it's legal, I thought that was half the fun of smoking weed was getting away with smoking weed.
I don't know. I don't smoke the pot. I had the pot one time.
You're trying to tell me you don't smoke the pot? Huh?
I don't.
Huh. Cops will probably buy that. All right, let's do Song of the Week real quick, just because.
Mark's going to be talking forever on his.
Ooh,
So you want to go first?
Third person. I'll go first, sure. Mine's pretty simple. It's a guy that, a local musician, a local legend, I'm sure some say. His name's Willie Wisely. And the name of the song, as I was looking for a song to pick, there was a song that was actually recorded, speaking of the festival that I'm involved in. Willie Wisely was nice enough to play Parador, which is the festival that I have to book bands for a free stage. He's played a couple times, and he was nice enough to play again this year, and he's awesome. I'm wearing a Willie Wisely t-shirt as we speak. It's a nice one.
If people can't see it, he was showing it off.
I did. You're right. You busted me. But anyhow, this song is called Parador. And it's called by local artist named Willie Wisely. And I encourage you to give it a look and look at the rest of his catalog. He's been around a long time. He's got a lot of different iterations of his backup band or whatever. And yeah, good guy too. So
I know I walked by his concert or whatever you want to call it, his
performance,
and I was mesmerized. I just stopped and I stood there for, I don't know, half hour till I saw Jim, and then I went over and talked to him.
And they got the hell out of there before I saw him.
He tried to run away, but I caught him because I'm quick.
Quickness is one of your main attributes.
But it was fantastic. Really enjoyed his performance.
Well, thanks. I'll send him the link to this podcast and tell him to fast forward all the way to this. I like the guy. I don't want to put him through the rest of the crap we talk about, but you, I came up with mine. This is no slight on Mr. Willie Wisely, but I didn't put as a pair. You've got the time. Let's just put it that way. And it sounds like you put a good amount of time and you have a backstory and everything else behind your song. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Jim.
I'm going to turn it over to Mark.
That was a nice introduction.
Now you're supposed to say, well, Mark thinks this, and then you just keep talking.
No, I thought we were like on a newscast.
I'm going to throw it to Mark with the weather. Mark, I thought you promised me 8 inches last night.
You got 10.
I said weather, get it? Snow.
I got to put my glasses on. My song is Drive by Blind Melon.
Okay, why are you looking at me like that?
Because I like to hold my readers down low and look over the top like I'm scolding you.
Like a fucking 100-year-old man. Yeah, you're doing great. That's good.
Thank you. This song is about someone going through heroin addiction. And one of the members, the guitarist of Blind Melon, worked at a secondhand clothing store. And he worked with this William guy that was trying to kick heroin, but I don't think it was working. And the lead singer, Shannon Hoon, I think is how you pronounce it.
Oh, it's Hool, isn't it? Or what is it?
I thought it was Hoon, Hoon.
That's sure.
And he witnessed all this.
But it's not a sad song.
Persevere, try to get through it. He didn't have a driver's license, so he'd ask friends to drive him down to Score in downtown LA. But then Shannon Hoon actually OD'd on heroin in 95. I was looking on the internet and I saw a concert a month before he passed. He didn't look good.
So the clip that we are going to post, are you alleging that was...
No, that's off their eponymous.
Oh, that was a studio version.
Yes.
Okay. Well, should we put the one on where he didn't look good, or was that a bad?
No, that's a full concert, and I don't think they played the song in that concert.
I got you. Okay. So he kind of went through the depths of hell and OD'd, as opposed to he just kind of accidentally was in the prime of his life and shot too much and died.
Are we talking about with the song, the William?
No, the actual guy, Shannon, the singer.
He was actually going through treatment, and they decided to go on tour to support the album. Not their first album, but the second one. And they brought a counselor on to travel with the band, and then they, let him go or fired him. and then Shannon OD'd in the bus during the tour.
It's interesting. So I would think, based on all my rock and roll experience, if you think about when you're if you're playing like a festival or something like that, right, where you got 10,000 people or, over 1,000 people, and they're just going nuts for the stuff you do, and they're singing the lyrics back to you and all that kind of stuff. I would think that could sustain you while you're on the road as boring and the road is apparently no fun. I know some touring musicians and they're like, first couple shows and by about the third one, you're just like, God, what is this over? But it's a grind, right? I mean, It's work. Even though you're only really technically performing like an hour or less or maybe a little more, it's like you got to pack up all the shit. You don't have like a trailer full of roadies and stuff. But anyway, when you get back, no one's cheering for you to, go out and get the paper at the end of the driveway or to, pay your water bill or, all the other shit. I would think that you would then don't get that like dopamine hit of adulation. Now you're just left to yourself and you're like recovering physically from being on the road. I think that's when you would be most susceptible to relapsing or just flat out ODing because I don't know. It's a pretty upbeat podcast so far, don't you think?
They did do a remake of a 1973, Blind Melon, did a remake of a Schoolhouse Rock song, the number 3. And it's been used in several movies. And it's really good.
It's a toe tapper. Now, that's my kind of music. Because can I post that? Is it a
Sure.
thing? Okay.
Well, it's been in movies. So
can I find it to post it? You're saying yes. Okay. If you found it.
And they showed the original video of the Schoolhouse Rock that you saw on the Saturday morning cartoon.
I was telling Mark before this episode, we started recording, Mark played that. And I'm like, how is Conjunction Junction not been covered by like Hole or, some like punk band or like, I think like a thrash band or something. It would be so cool to hear such a wholesome song done honorably. Of course, you can't destroy the I'm Only a Bill. That's a good one. I forget all the other ones, but they're so good. That's where I learned half my shit. Working separating phrases and clauses. Semicolon. What's up?
Closets. You put some of the clothes here and shoes down there.
It's that song of the week, everybody.
Crowd's going
crazy. I'm going to have a tough time tomorrow.
I do want to bring up news of the week.
Yes, please.
Police, the band, 2 of the members are suing Sting to the royalties of Every Breath You Take. I didn't know that Sting sold his interest in all his music for $300 million.
And okay, so was that all of the Police's intellectual property, or was that?
It was Police and Sting's solo stuff that he sold. I don't know much of his solo stuff, so it had to be mostly Police.
Oh shit! There's a lot of Sting solo that you would recognize, like If I Ever Lose My Faith in You, and there's a lot of. He had a lot after the Police, and the Police. Shit, he probably has as much solo as the Police because the Police only did like 4 albums, 5 maybe. But you're saying that Every Breath You Take, they co-wrote it?
That's what they say.
Did they just say that like after he sold it?
Well, this just happened. He sold his rights to his music
a long time
years ago.
Okay.
I don't know what brought this on, but it seems to me it's like the Robbie Robertson with the band and Levon Helm deal going on, where he said, this was all me. You people really had nothing to do with it.
Well,
he sounds kind of dickish, the way they present it.
I'll take that dickish and raise you a testicle. Stuart Copeland, the drummer for the Police, is a very articulate and a very angry man, but a very passive-aggressively angry man. Anytime you get a chance to hear him interviewed or to do a drum lesson or a walkthrough, whatever the hell you call that, he is worth a listen. He is, but the disdain he has for Sting is really something.
Andy Summer, he's more of a mellow guy.
Summers couldn't be more mellow. Honestly, he was always the most chill fucking guy. So think about that, the power dynamic in the band. You got Sting, irresistible. And then you got these other two guys that were great musicians by all accounts. Well, actually, I think Andy Summers, the guitar player, probably is appreciated by only by other guitar players. And Stuart Copeland, let's face it, you were playing for the Police. You weren't playing like.
I don't know.
Yes.
You sent me a video of him playing. Was it Every Breath You Take? No, it was.
Oh, it was a Message in a Bottle, probably.
Yes, that was wild.
He's good. He had a distinct style because of where he grew up, and he plays a little bit on the backbeat, and it worked. You know, it worked for that kind of ska sound that the Police had. You know, it doesn't mean that that's all he could play, of course. I mean, musicians are usually
pretty good
at music and stuff. Might even be able to play the guitar. What? So, yeah.
Well, that's not true, because I fancy myself a musician, and I am terrible. But in my mind, I'm great.
See how I bailed you out there?
No, Mark.
Over there?
No, Mark, you're great.
I don't know. I've never heard you play.
Hey, you did.
With Mossball Torsion?
Yeah.
I don't think. Were you playing some real bass parts or no?
I was, till you turned me down.
Hey.
This was like Ringo Starr, where the producer turned him down, basically off on a couple of the albums.
We were just talking about that with Jake and Jack.
We were.
With Jason Newsted. Apparently they turned him down. Isn't that what? I think this is a legend, meaning it didn't actually, sometimes it's like, oh, this is a quote that if you fact find, it's like, no one ever said that. But somebody said something about what's it like to work with the world's best drummer. And Lennon goes, he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles. That's a good rip if it's true. It's leave me hanging, Beatles fan.
I think that Paul Lennon came in and redid.
Paul Lennon?
Paul Lennon.
Is that a new guy?
No, they kind of melded together.
Turned into one guy. No, didn't
Paul McCartney came in
stuff?
And re-recorded over his tracks.
I think Ringo is a fine drummer. He's not the most exciting drummer, but he served the song. He was like Mike Campbell and Tom Petty. He's perfect for that role.
Well, you said it right there. He's a fine drummer.
Yeah. What do you need? You don't need Buddy Rich for every fucking style of music.
I was listening to Keith Moon.
Not a fan, but go ahead. I think both Keith Moon and John Entwistle are overrated from the standpoint as
John Entwistle is great.
I think they were paid by the note, though. I think they sometimes overplayed where they could have. I thought the Who, a lot of Who music clashes for me. There's some great Who music. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that, like, you look at Yes and how Chris Squire blended right in. I don't even know who the drummer is for Yes. Bill Buford. No, I do know the drummer. I think it's Bill Buford. But yeah. But what about Keith Moon?
He's a good drummer, but he was too much.
He was trying to steal the show.
Like you said, he was adding too much.
Mm-hmm.
I know what Entwistle was trying to do because they had to have a more full sound with just four people.
I'm not as bothered by Entwistle as I am by Keith Moon. I'm just saying that it only takes one to then, like, the songs could have been better. The songs could have been, whatever. They're still good. I mean, I'm going to get in trouble talking about the Who.
Well, Pete Townsend wasn't a great lead. He's a great guitarist. He's a great songwriter.
Horrible babysitter, I'm told.
I'm writing a book.
Oh, shit. I forgot about all that. But yeah. Oops. Yeah.
That's funny.
Don't let Pete Townsend look after your kids after school. They may wind up in a book, apparently.
That was in the Family Guy episode.
Oh, no.
So
really?
we're okay. We're okay.
Are we? All right. Well, thanks, Seth.
Rogan? No, Seth MacFarlane.
That's it. No, Seth. You ever seen an old guy called Seth? You won't. That's one of those names.
Do they kill him off or what?
I just don't know. I think that's a modern name.
Do you know the difference between a vitamin and a hormone?
I know how you make a hormone, but I don't know how to make a vitamin.
You stole my joke. I saw this Benny Hill. This was back in when was Benny Hill popular? 70s?
Early 70s, very, yeah.
Yeah, he was
on Channel 2. He was on, like, after Monty Python and stuff.
He was pretending he was like a game show host. That was one of the questions. What's the difference between a vitamin and a hormone? Goes, anybody? I thought you guys would get this. You can't make a vitamin. That made me laugh. That's how immature I am.
How old were you when you heard it?
I just heard it now.
Okay. That's problematic. But all right. Well, a lot of good jokes out there.
I'm not a good joke teller, and I tried to do it this one time, and Jim stole my thunder.
I'm the worst joke teller. You should tell jokes all day, because then I'll tell one and you'll look like a regular Phyllis Diller. I saw a picture of a young Phyllis Diller. Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Not what you'd think.
I thought she always looked like that.
Well, her hair was always jacked up. She had the kind of the bedhead look even before it was in, like when we saw her, she was in her 60s or whatever, which by the way, so are we. God.
Do we look that bad? Worse.
I kind of look worse, but anyhow, no, but just think about most young people. We look good. Oh, I saw the video that I posted for Eyes Without a Face from episode 127, which I don't know when this comes out, probably right after this, but a young Steve Stevens, the guitar player for Billy Idol. I think Steve Stevens and I ate at the same deli, let's say that. Because modern Steve Stevens is a little more, kind of think Heart. Think he's like the male version of that singer for Heart.
Ah.
I don't know, she's sick now, I guess I shouldn't say that, but he gained a lot of weight. So, but he still has like the hair, like he's still in the nose ring and shit, like he's a thing.
Yeah, he had puffy hair.
You know what else he had? He wore like the Prince heels. It's like, Steve, find your own thing, man. It didn't look right. It looked like a bull from a bullfight wearing ballet shoes. It didn't look right. I thought about that reference.
Got to be a lover. He's in the...
Was that a Billy Idol song?
Yeah. They're in the boxing ring for the video, and he's wearing the shoes like that. And I was thinking, doesn't really
they look
go
like
with
hooves because he was so big. I mean, he wasn't even that big, but it was like, Prince. Prince could barely pull it off. But Prince was doing that while MJ was doing his thing. And it was like, I just wish Prince had his own lane. You know what I mean? I wish he didn't have to, because there were so many comparisons drawn between those two. I think it took away from, I think if Prince was 10 years after MJ, not the server at Newt's, it's up MJ, but Michael Jackson.
I did see a video. It was a George Harrison tribute, and Prince came out and did a 3-minute solo.
Oh, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. It's a classic. Every people gave him the crown after that.
I could see why. I'm late to the party, I guess. That was just phenomenal.
Best part of that video is watching George Harrison's kid watch Prince. And it was almost like he was trying to cheer up George Harrison's kid. Fantastic.
It was.
Yeah. Like when he fell back into the crowd, fell in the crowd and then came back up. I forget, Harrison's kid's got some kind of unique name, but he looks just like George Harrison. Actually looks better than George Harrison, but he just lit up because he's out there. He's just playing, rhythm guitar out there.
Was that planned or was that?
I don't even think that solo was planned. I think they all.
That's what I'm asking.
I think it's just a jam. I think they all took turns and he just waited it out. And once he took it, I think everybody figured, I mean, I'm sure you can research this. I think as soon as he was done, it was like, cause he kind of, I think you can control the band, right? Cause when you look at the drummer and, give him the nod as in take it out, and the drummer can either do it or not. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
To kind of wrap it up. And, but then he, depending on the angle you get, he throws the guitar up and it looks like the guitar never came down because of the way they cut it. It came down. Three Dog Night said it best. Look that up.
She's passed out on the floor.
Spinning wheels going around. All right. Well, thanks for your time and your attention.
Get all of us at TheAscertainers@gmail.com or like us on Facebook. Share us with a friend.
Go to Newt's. Go to Newt's in Apple Valley, Minnesota. I think we talked about them not enough. Yeah, we did. We talked about the gift card special. It's time to go. See ya.
Bye, everyone.